Tonight, Sydney's big chill. Winter hits hard, wind pushes temperatures below zero. Snow now blanketing the central tablelands and the ski fields. Get a new deal. Energy retailers tell customers to go elsewhere before prices double. Stage 2 revealed. Parramatta's new rail line gets the green light. A new ministry and new roles. The Albanese government doubles down on pay rises to match inflation. Scientific study how the way you walk is linked to how quickly you'll age. And the Blues brave the cold and laugh off calls to axe their captain.
Live from Sydney.
Good evening. After the wettest autumn on record, winter has arrived with an icy blast, the wind chill sending temperatures plummeting. It wasn't just the freezing conditions, the wild winds kept the SES busy, and we're being warned another major cold snap is on the way.
A winter's dawn that sent a shiver through all of Sydney, and as the temperature plunged, so did these dedicated swimmers at Collaroy.
There's a bunch of us crazy people who keep swimming, no matter what the conditions.
Warmer in than out.
Walking in, you feel like you walk on the plank. Coming back out, you feel like $1 million.
All that sunshine did nothing, really, as millions layered up against the polar chill.
Those cold winds of 60 to 80 kilometres an hour made it feel a lot colder.
Wind gusts reached 95 kilometres an hour at Kurnell. Further south, it was even wilder. The winds making the city's temperature feel like it was just 1 degree. Minus 1.7 degrees at the airport, minus 3 at Bellambi, even colder at Albion Park. Those winds causing havoc. The driver of this garbage truck injured after a branch went flying through the windscreen at Miranda. At Turramurra.
Then we heard bang, and I panicked.
Finding her car under this toppled tree.
The State Emergency Service has received another 800 calls for help in just 24 hours, the vast majority for fallen trees. And even as conditions ease, they warn the danger isn't over yet.
We ask people to take caution and particularly be aware that trees may have moved or become unstable with the recent weather events.
In Wahroonga, a branch was sent spearing through the roof into this kitchen. At Mount Ousley, a tree down causing a 6-kilometre traffic jam heading into Wollongong. While in the Alps, half a metre of snow in the last couple of days has made the commute a bit tricky. As they now ready for a bumper season. Winter tomorrow gives us a little break, but then
we'll see a series of cold fronts coming through. The first one due on Saturday, and then a stronger one to come through on Sunday, with these cold conditions continuing well into next week.
Paul Kadak, 7 News.
Now Tom Saker joins me on a very brisk evening in Katoomba. Cold enough there, Tom, but there was plenty of snow further west.
Yeah, that's right. Well, firstly, it is very cold here, Mark. Just a couple of degrees at the moment. And as it has been all day, the feels like temperature is hovering around -6, -7 degrees. It was cold enough this morning in the Blue Mountains for it to snow, but it didn't eventuate. There wasn't enough cloud cover. But less than an hour's drive west from here, there was enough cloud cover, and those areas did receive some snowfall. The central tablelands proving the main attraction today.
Residents west of the ranges went to sleep in autumn. A few hours later and several degrees lower, they woke to this. Winter on their doorstep. A dramatic change to the central west and tablelands. Towns above 900 metres getting more than a dusting. Bathurst, Orange, Lithgow. Winds gusted up to 55 kilometres an hour.
This is some of the heaviest snow I've ever seen in my life.
Drifting snow making driving conditions risky. Roads in danger of becoming ice rinks. Some, like the track to the top of Mount Canobolas, closed. A day when sightseeing could be death-defying.
Pretty thick up there, very icy though. You don't want to be bringing a car up here.
The minimum was 0 here in Orange, less than 1 degree in Bathurst, prompting a warning from the Weather Bureau for farmers to look out for their sheep. This poodle, though, was having a ball. His owner, too.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's magical.
So cold, even birds were grounded. Most human locals stayed indoors. They've seen this before. But families came all the way from Sydney, these from Campbelltown.
Great, we didn't expect it to be so heavy, and it's actually like coming down and raining.
Ideal for a snowman, definitely a snowball and snowfall. In Katoomba, incredibly cold, but no snow.
We thought it could be cold, but not that cold.
Oberon's elevation is about 1,100 metres, and with temperatures below 0 degrees this morning, it's the perfect location for the first bit of winter snowfall. But the wind chill this morning meant it felt more like minus 10 degrees.
The snow began to dissipate by midday. The Bureau says no more is forecast for now. Tom Saker, 7 News.
In breaking news, former Hey Dad star and child sex offender Robert Hughes will find out tomorrow whether he'll be freed by the State Parole Authority. It will announce its parole decision at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The 73-year-old has renounced his Australian citizenship, meaning he will be deported if granted parole. A growing number of smaller energy retailers are urging customers to seek better offers now or risk paying double on their electricity bills. The companies are victims of skyrocketing wholesale energy prices and admit they can no longer offer discount deals.
Liam Clarkson has been warned, switch providers or face a hefty surge in his power bill.
They just said that their prices are about to go up heaps.
Reamped taking the extraordinary step of telling 70,000 customers to go away.
And we've come to the realisation that in the current market, we can't offer them the best deals.
The company forced to pass on soaring wholesale prices, telling clients its charges will at least double in coming days.
Brand's point of view, we think it's better to be straight up and tell them that's exactly the case.
Sydney's Discover Energy also advising customers to seek a better deal. We are currently not the most competitive gas and electricity retailer in the market.
So there are some retailers that are going to be very stressed by what is going on. Those retailers that do not have their own power generation.
Global instability, inflation, the war in Ukraine, all pushing up coal and gas prices. And Australia has old power plants, expensive to maintain.
We do have an ageing fossil fuel set of generation. 30% of that right now is out for maintenance.
Wholesale electricity prices have soared more than 140% in the last 12 months, and they're expected to keep climbing, forcing even more small retailers out of the market. Consumers are urged to examine their current contract.
Really consider whether a variable or fixed plan is right for you.
To compare offers, try the independent government website, Energy Made Easy. Miley Hogan, 7 News.
A pedestrian has been critically hurt after being struck by a bus at Rouse Hill. The 20-year-old suffered serious head injuries as the bus turned into White Hart Drive just after midday. Witnesses told police the vehicle was turning on a green arrow from a transit lane. The pedestrian is being treated in hospital while the driver submitted to mandatory blood alcohol testing. After years of promises, there's a new pledge from the state government tonight that stage 2 of the Parramatta Light Rail will go ahead. A tweeting error from the Premier's office confirming the $600 million price tag.
If it was in serious doubt yesterday, today the state government was keen to give this reassurance, claiming stage 2 of the Parramatta Light Rail has never been more certain.
We're rolling straight from the completion of Parramatta Light Rail stage 1 right into stage 2.
The foundation stone of this government has been that infrastructure delivery.
But residents at Wentworth Point have heard it before.
Until we actually see it start being built, we won't really believe in it.
This is a re-announcement of a re-announcement.
At this morning's news conference, as the Premier refused to say how much the government would spend, the $600 million price tag was tweeted by his office before it was deleted.
But this is all part of the plan to build up to the big surprise on the day. So,
while residents along the line of stage 2 could hardly be blamed for being sceptical about these delays, stage 1 today is another step closer, with the state government announcing the names for each of the stations. Among the names, Ngara, Benno Oval, Robin Thomas and Yallamundi. We've also been given a look at one of the new platforms and even the way they've undergone real-world testing.
100% of the tracks have now been laid.
But for projects like the Northern Beaches Tunnel, the government concedes rising costs will mean delays.
We can have it all, we can't do it all at once.
Evan Batten, 7 News.
Millions of Australians could be in line for a pay rise, with the Labor government pushing for an increase to the minimum wage in line with inflation. It would provide a boost of up to $37 a week. The move came as the new cabinet was sworn in.
A portrait of political change. Winners are grinners. The first Albanese ministry taking a new direction, though this isn't a political order. On a freezing first day of winter, a family affair at Government House, Tanya Plibersek and husband Michael Coates-Trotter stealing a private moment as young Jack Chalmers sweeps aside protocol to cuddle Treasurer Dad Jim, and Employment Minister Tony Burke cradles his great-grandfather's 1880 Bible. The enormity of the challenges they've inherited soon dawning with the latest economic growth figures.
These national accounts are a glimpse of the mess that the former government left behind for us to clean up.
The economy growing 0.8% in the first 3 months of this year, 3.3% annually, above market expectations, with consumer demand increasing but the supply of goods still slow.
It certainly has defied an Omicron wave and floods in New South Wales and Queensland during the March quarter.
The biggest immediate problem?
The spike in the gas price is a serious challenge to our economy.
Soaring gas and electricity prices, the cost, he says, of the coalition government's failure to settle on an energy policy.
This is the chickens coming home to roost.
And 7 News can reveal the first cabinet submission to the new government will come from Treasurer Jim Chalmers, formalising Labor's support for a minimum wage rise in line with inflation, currently 5.1%.
Low-wage workers in our economy need a wage rise that keeps up with that inflation.
Discussed at today's full ministry meeting, with some controversy among ex-servicemen and women over Veterans Affairs under new Minister Matt Keogh being dropped out of Cabinet.
Cherish every day, make a difference every day.
Knowing there are tough days ahead.
The work starts now.
And there's plenty to do. Mark Riley, 7 News.
The cost of owning a home in the country's major cities has fallen for the first time in years, with Sydney down by 1% last month. Good news for buyers, not so much for owners, with the Reserve Bank set to lift interest rates again next